guys? This is AoV Nation's Prophecies here with Prophecies versus Dunsta 1v1. We are going to start off with Dunsta and Prophecies. We will look at their units throughout the game. This is a slightly favored matchup towards Dunsta right now, just probably because he is quicker, possibly, with his builds. But we will see what these two guys are going as. Right now it just looks like they're doing the norm, just basically getting as many probes out there as fast as they can until they reach their 9 limit mark to build that pylon. Prophecies does not look like he is being very efficient there with that probe, building a late pylon which should have already been built. But Dunsta comes right back and he's gonna go on the scout. With Prophecies pylon just a little bit ahead of Dunsta's pylon, this does not look like it's gonna matter at all for the mineral line. But it does not look like Dunsta is going to not scout Prophecies base for some reason. Maybe he thinks he's on his west side, but he isn't. He's in his northwest, which could hurt the scouting process. Yeah, Dunsta thinks that he is on his west side, but he is not. Prophecies is on his northwest, which will hurt his scouting time. As Prophecies is chrono boosting his probes there to get as many out as he can. As Dunsta comes in, he does see the gateway being built by Prophecies in his base. This is either going to be a Zealot rush or a 4-gate, it looks, guys. Does not look like a Stargate push at all. If not, if it was, Prophecy would already have his 2 simulators up. But Dunsta does look like he is building his gateway, while Prophecies does have a Cyber's core and another pylon up. And by the time that Cyber's core is done, he will get his research off with 2 more gateways being built here, guys. Prophecies is on the fast gateway track. Looks like he will go 4-gate. Now Dunsta is now building his Cyber's core, so hopefully he can pull his late 4-gate off. With Prophecies Zealot already out, Prophecies does have only that one little space to walk through. If he puts that Zealot there, nothing will be able to get past him. With his 2nd gateway being done and his 3rd simultaneously, Dunsta does have his ramp fully blocked off so that nothing can come in and just obliterate him. No, they would have to go through all of that before they could finally attack, or at least that one pylon. Prophecies now has 2 Zealots up with Dunsta's proxy pylon over there in the west expansion. And Prophecies is getting his 4th gateway down. This was a pretty quick 4 gateway from him. Does not look like Prophecies is in the midst of getting an expansion anytime soon here, though. With his proxy pylon still sitting there. Dunsta is building his 2nd and 3rd gateway now, with Prophecies Cyber's core research for his warp gates almost done as he builds his 3rd pylon. And his research is done. Once his 4th warp gate's up, I'm pretty sure he will be warp gating to get his maximum warp gate time for his stalkers. And Dunsta does appear to have his 4th warp gate up. Gateway up. Sorry guys. Yeah, with his 4th warp gate up, Prophecies is gonna start warp gating his gateways. He does have a Stalker and 2 Zealots out, while Dunsta only has 3 Zealots. This may be pretty bad for him if Prophecies wants to pull out early, as he builds four Stalkers there to get maximum warp gate timing down. And as he builds that 2 pylons, Dunster's research does not look anywhere near done here, guys. Prophecies is about 2 minutes ahead of Dunster right now, which could come out to hurt him. But we'll see how that plays out in the end. And now that Dunster has his Stalker out, will he bust down that pylon and possibly warp gate and just rush him at this time, or will he just stay there with his defense? We'll see as that goes on. Hopefully Dunster plays smart here and stays to his slightly favored role. And as he has 2 Stalkers out and 3 Zealots in his base, Dunster builds his warp gates. And he is building his Stalkers there at his proxy pylon. With his 2 Stalkers and 3 Zealots in his base, he will not have much of a push here early on in the game. But Prophecies is building 2 Zealots and a Sentry. Oh, and another Sentry. So he will have them that Force Field and Guardian Shield to work with, as Dunster will try and push with his newly built expansion there. He does look like he does have massive minerals still left to build another expansion if he ever wanted to get his full macro. With Dunster's 8 Zealots and Prophecies, 8 Zealots and 8 Stalkers and 2 Sentries, looks like Prophecies has the strong hand here with his army and defense. Because when Dunster is pushing in, Prophecies will have that front line of Zealots to take the full maximum damage that Dunster is going to pull it on those Zealots and possibly a couple Stalkers. So as Prophecies pulls in with his probe, he does not see Dunster's full army there. So, and as you saw earlier, Dunster did build a robotics faculty and built an observer, which will be fully cloaked. And it looks like Dunster is going to push in for a late attack. Hopefully Prophecies can defend off of this. And Prophecies is going to start attacking now. And Prophecies is not putting his full army, it looks, on this attack. I think he feels comfortable with it. Oh, nope, he is going to put his full army on the attack. But Prophecies is just eating through with those force fields. And it looks as if Prophecies does defend against Dunster's late attack that he is putting on him. And Prophecies did build a Stargate and pumped out a Void Ray. So, and he is in the midst of building another Void Ray. So we'll see how this plays out in Prophecies' assault here. Hopefully Dunster builds enough Stalkers to get those Void Rays down and just focuses Dunster's Prophecies Stalkers down. But we will see how he micros this. With 13 minutes in the game, Prophecies sends out 2 scouts. Looks like the Void Ray will scout out Dunsta's army, and Prophecies cannot see that cloaked observer, which will go through his base unseen. And Prophecies is going to attack with his Void Ray. Oh, nope, he is pulling back to see that his army just cannot take this one. And with 12 health, Prophecies' Void Ray just goes back to his army to basically put intelligence on Prophecies' assault. And in the midst, Dunsta has built an immortal and has another immortal on the way, as Prophecy still cannot see, but Dunsta can see Prophecy's full army now. This is gonna hurt Prophecies if he does want to push, as he has 2 proxy pylons in the northeast corner of Dunsta here, and has that a cloaked unseen observer just sits in the middle of Prophecy's army. He just cannot kill that unless he has a detector, which he does not look like he is building here anytime soon. And he is building another Void Ray for his, looks like his final assault. And Prophecies can warp in 4 more Stalkers, but does not look like he will. And it looks like that is a warp prism, which will carry Dunsta's guys to battle when Prophecies does make, or Dunsta makes his push. We'll see how this one rolls out. Oh, Prophecies does make 3 more Stalkers to add to his assault. He does now have 16 Stalkers, 3 Void Rays, 12 Zealots, and 1 Sentry on his full assault that he will be pushing out with now, with Dunsta's Observer just following in the background, totally unseen. Dunsta can see, and he will warp in 4 more Stalkers to attack Prophecy's assault, and he will move out now. And he has 2 warp prisms to carry the rest of his assault or defense out here, guys. And as Prophecies builds that proxy pylon right next, really late proxy pylon, looks like it'll be kind of like a defense proxy pylon. And Prophecies cannot see what Dunsta is about to attack him with. We'll see how this one unfolds. And as Dunsta goes, Dunsta is going to attack now. And Dunsta does look like he is getting eaten up by those Void Rays and Stalkers. And those Zealots in the front are just taking all the damage here now, guys. And Prophecies is down to 1 Void Ray with 4. Prophecies built another proxy pylon where it could not be seen, and Prophecies does look like this is game, guys. This does look done. Dunsta does not have the time to build any more defense except for 4 Stalkers, which will not hold up. This was AoV Nation with their Prophecies against Dunsta. And that just goes to show the power of AoV Nation. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, like, rate, comment, and tell your friends about this great video. Thank you guys.